Brothers, and you're listening to House Call with my girl, Tawanda Gray, also known as Mrs. House Therapy. Let's go, Tawanda.
Gee, babe, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to House Calls with TNT, where music, culture, and talk radio meet. I am Tawanda.
I am DJ Tony Gray.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
We are here to bring you all things music industry related, whether it's on the scene or behind the scenes. We will be talking to DJs, artists, promoters, entrepreneurs, all music industry related people.
And beyond.
But before we jump into the show, let me give you the 411 on who we are. We are Mr. and Mrs. House Therapy. You can find DJ Tony Gray on multiple platforms. I am the wifinger. I am the wife, the manager, the promoter. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the talent.
She would like to think so.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Or you can just Google us. All right. Let's get the show started. But before we start, if you like what you're hearing and you like what we're bringing you, we ask that you support House Therapy and you support House Calls with TNT. Go to Bonfire/House Music Gear and grab any of our merchandise. We've got t-shirts, mugs, tote bags. So if you'd like to support us, again, go to Bonfire/House Music Gear. All right, Tony, it's time for the Smash Shop.
Okay.
All right. So everybody knows Tony has to get the wheel ready for me to spin. And then once he's got that ready for me, I will spin the wheel. Okay. All right. The first song is, Jodeci, Forever My Lady. That's a classic. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. All right. I'm about to spin again. I like this one. Tony has done it again. So I think those are pretty easy. I don't think you're gonna have no problem with those two.
All right, let me look it up.
All right, go ahead and get that together.
Okay.
But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you're hearing and you want to support us and help us keep growing and keep spreading the word through the house music community, please support House Therapy and TNT by going to Bonfire/House Music Gear.
Okay.
All right, let's go with this smash up.
Here we go.
what we're going to discuss today is part 2 of a segment called DJ Pet Peeves. We've covered some before, but it's so many of them, we wanted to revisit it.
You're going to have these people coming for me.
How they coming from you? This is my show.
Okay.
What? Listen, you want me to go ahead and put a disclaimer?
No.
I'll put a disclaimer.
You know what affects you affects me. Ride or die.
I'm going to put a disclaimer right here. Anything that I do and say on my show, first of all, is my show. Secondly, has nothing to do with the opinions of my husband, DJ Tony Gray. And third, these are things that I've heard DJs talk about. Just being around my husband and being around other DJs, these are just things I've heard in conversation. Not saying it about any particular person, group, or anything like that. So you feel better now?
Yeah, just had a discussion with the DJ today about some pet peeves. But yeah.
See? All right. So the first one is establishments wanting to hire you but want you to bring your own followers, your own everything. You got to promote. You have to do it all. You have to be the total package nowadays.
Yeah, I'm not all for that because you own that club. You decide that's your dream. So when you have your own dream, you build on your own dream. Don't come to me expecting me right out the door to put people in the seats.
Right.
You know, promote your brand.
Absolutely.
And the DJ comes second.
There you go. You're just basically,
like
to me, the DJ is a part of the staff.
Right.
Which is how we're treated at the art bar. We're a part of the staff.
Right.
So he pays you. He doesn't say, hey, you got a following, you got this, you got that. No, he's like, I love what you do. Where do I sign, basically?
Oh, yeah. Like,
and, whatever you need. Right. And all we have to do is show up.
Yeah, it's like, you don't have to promote, right?
Right. So, I mean, we're blessed to be in the position that we are in, but not everybody has that. So, but yeah. So nowadays.
Most places, they expect the DJ
to do it all.
Right.
To bring the crowd.
Right.
Carry the heavy equipment, do all that.
Right.
I have in Tony's contract that he does not lift any equipment, that his, the staff does it for him. They load and unload the vehicle. They help hook everything up. But I mean,
that's at that location. That's not at every location.
No. That's at that location.
If I bring a big sound system, yeah,
definitely. You already know that's what's gonna happen. Like, we too old for this.
Yeah.
I mean, I want you to, do your thing, but at the same time, it's like I have to put limits on you. Because if I don't, you know what'll happen.
Yeah. I'll be out there playing every weekend.
All right. So our next pet peeve is...
Your pet peeve.
What?
Anyway, go ahead.
People interrupting you while you're mixing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we had that a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Little guy. Play techno. The play.
Yeah. So we get it all there. He was just determined for you to just stop whatever you were doing and play just for him. But I mean, he was a little bit on the intoxicated side.
He stayed until the party was over.
Till everybody left, just so he could come to you and talk to you afterwards.
I know you play techno. I heard you play a couple of techno tracks. You need to play more techno. Like, look, boy. How old are you?
I was a grown man, Tony.
You like 28? Boy,
Oh,
I've
my
been
gosh.
DJing longer than you've been alive.
It was the alcohol.
Go home.
Alcohol.
Just go home.
I know. And what's so crazy, the security had to come get him. Was like, sir, you got to go. Like, you can't just stay here and argue with the DJ.
But I'm talking,
like it's over.
But I'm talking to him.
The night's
he needs
over.
To play
go
more
home.
techno. I'm just trying to help out.
Yes, that was fun. But yeah, those were a couple of our issues with the DJs. And I'm quite sure there's more, and we may revisit it down the line. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is
DJ Pet Peeves.
I ain't want to gossip, so you ain't heard that from me.
All right, squad, it's time for the House Social Media Minute. All right, what we have this week is DJ Tony Gray will be at the Art Bar in Columbia, South Carolina from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. And also, we've got House Music in the Garden with Deuce Martinez and Millie Mills on July 21st from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. in Newark, New Jersey. And coming soon is the Music Chronicles, 80s and 90s, the music, the people, and the places, hosted by Tommy Williams and Tony Motley. All right, guys, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you squad up in Jersey and in Columbia, South Carolina on the 14th and the 21st of July. All right, guys, that is your House Social Media Minute. All right, guys, you know what time it is. It's time for the Hot Track of the Week. And the Hot Track of the Week is Can You Feel It by Jay Vegas 2023 Remaster. Turn it up, DJ. Tony, it's that time. It's time for the house call. So who are we going to see this week?
We are going to see Jay Perez in Jersey.
What? Not the dancing Superman?
Yes, he is.
All right. So let's head out to the car and let's ride.
Hello.
Hey, Jay. Open the door.
Hey, Tawana, how are you?
I'm good, Jay. How are you?
What's up, Jay?
Come in. Hey, Tony, I didn't see you there.
Yeah,
What's up,
man.
how are you?
I'm here.
Yeah, nobody notices
man.
him. Nobody notices Tony.
Yeah, man.
Nobody.
Yeah. Nobody comes to see Otis.
Hey, I gotta cut those bushes down. How are you?
Nobody
Come in.
Thank you. Well, I'm going to go over here and chill. Can I sit right here in your recliner? Can I sit right here?
You can say whatever you like.
All right. I'm going to sit here and recline while we chat.
Absolutely.
So we're out here in these streets doing our house call. That's what we do.
Absolutely.
So, we just pop up on
I've
our
heard
family.
a lot about this show.
Oh, thank you.
I've heard a lot about this show. Yes, I heard great things about it. Actually, we're looking forward to this for tonight. And I'm like, I wanted to make sure. I felt like running today, I felt like just going out there and running. Running off some of this energy that I have for tonight. I can contain myself.
Oh, my
What's going
God.
on? Talk to me.
Stop it. Just cut it out.
We just trying to give to the culture.
Yes. And you guys do it well. Again, you know what I'm saying? You guys, house therapy is, again, I've always said this, and I'll keep saying it to the day I die, that house therapy is one of the best run organizations in house music. Tony Gray, Tawana Gray. I mean, you guys are doing a phenomenal job doing what you're doing, and I want you to keep going. I want you to keep striving and doing these great things that you're doing right now.
Thank you, Jay. Well, we couldn't do what we are doing without people like you. And you were one of the first people that actually wanted to interview us and acknowledge us.
Yeah.
When we were doing
because I saw talent.
Yes, you did. You were like, hey, he's phenomenal. I want to interview him. And I'm like, why?
I know, right?
Like, why?
Me? Little old me? Hold up. Did my wife just say why? Hold up. It's okay if I say that. No.
Ain't nobody.
I'll tell you why.
Oh, man.
I will.
Jay, he ain't nobody.
Talent is something I can acknowledge, something I see. It's something that I saw in Tony, and Tony's like one of my favorite musicians since I've been on Facebook. I mean,
wow.
he tears it down every time. His venues are always really well watched. I see him just about on every social media aspect that I have, and it's good that he shares his. When I decided to do a video with house sessions, with house therapy, I'm sorry. It was well thought out. It was like, not because you guys were hot, but because you guys were always hot. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. Wow. I didn't just go off one show and say Tony's the man. Tawana is a great backup. I didn't do that. I watched a few shows. I watched a couple. I listened to a couple of his mixes. I got a clear a picture of what Tony was about. So and when I saw what he was, a very classical DJ, a very classy DJ. Of course, I wanted to show you guys love.
Absolutely. Yeah, and he has a totally different sound.
When you got when you got a great sound like you guys, and let me tell you, your whole crew, none of you guys sound the same. You guys all have different sounds.
Yep.
And that's what's delightful about it. You know what I'm saying? Because when I listen to house therapy, I'm like, wow, I can listen to a certain guy and say, hey, listen, wow, this guy has a different sound than what Tony did. And he has a different sound from what this gentleman did.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it always comes down to the sound and what you guys are playing. But I noticed house therapy from day one. And I wanted to show you guys love by doing that interview. And let me tell you something. A lot of people would have loved to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something like that where we could talk and sit down. And they didn't get that love that you got because you put in the time, the energy, and the work.
Oh yeah, we put in the work. Definitely.
Exactly. I don't support people who want to lollygag, who don't put in the time, who don't carry those traits for the starting DJs or. You know, you gotta earn your spot to be on a card. You know what I'm saying? And you did it well. You know, to be on a card with Tony Gray is something special. You know, it's absolutely something special.
Wow.
You know? So,
yeah.
You know,
boy,
so
I tell you, everybody cashing these checks that I'm mailing out, boy. They cashing these checks.
Everybody we interview show love, and it's greatly appreciated.
Greatly appreciated.
My phone still ain't ringing, though. My phone still ain't ringing.
Your phone not ringing, but my phone is ringing. Your manager's phone is ringing.
Okay.
Your manager's phone is ringing. Your phone ain't supposed to ring.
Okay.
You know,
I got this.
Yeah, leave the business and the minute separate.
There you go.
But, absolutely, man. You know, coming up, listening to great musicians, you know, wanting to learn how to dance with some of the greats in New York City, you know, it was like something that I always wanted to do. I always wanted to learn how to dance from some of the best musicians, and we're talking about some of the earliest DJs. You know what I'm saying? Disciple. I mean, Larry Levan, if you remember Larry Levan and those cats early. You know, there's so many musicians that need to be thought of nowadays, because the legacy that they left, you know, is always going to be inspirational to the future of the house culture. You know what I'm saying? And Tony, you transition that very well. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
You bring it along, and it's something that I do appreciate from a good musician, especially from a dancer like myself. You know, dancing through all my life. New York City, being watched by hundreds and thousands and all of that stuff. It always feels good to dance to some great music played by a great musician.
Thank you. So how did you get started with the dancing thing? How did you get started?
Woo, man. You know, I grew up in a predominantly black and Hispanic neighborhood where they used to break dance till 3, 4 in the morning, you know? And there was no social media. There was none of this. There was me looking out the window at all the older kids dancing, doing the breaking, doing all of that stuff. And I wanted to be that. And I'm like, wow, you know, what is that? You know, how can I learn how to do that? You know, that was the breaking point. We're talking about the early 70s, 76, 77. Then I heard some Stevie and Stevie Wonder, All I Do. And that really, I had to figure out a way to dance to that, because when I heard that song, there was the only thing you could see is Soul Train. And those dances were great. So we wanted to create a style. Me and the crew wanted to create a style that was all our own. And we came up with house. We came up with the house music dance. And Voodoo Ray was probably the biggest pioneers in New York City at the time. Marjorie Smart, my only teacher in New York City. Ejo Wilson, Khalid Sellers, Tony McGregor. I mean, some of the great Shannon Wishay Mabra, Brian Green. Some of these great dancers in New York City, including some of the legendary dancers like Gregory Hines, who I got a chance to dance with over in the Rosebery Ballroom. I had a lot of great inspirational talks from so many great dancers in my life, and I'm just happy to have been a part of that, especially in New York City.
Nice.
Yeah. Helping create part of the underground was a big thing of mine, because not wanting our music to be exploited and turned into money, whereas you lost the love for it. We didn't want that to happen. We wanted to keep it strictly for the underground. Maybe that could be a reason where house music didn't blow up, because the underground became so big, you know, that maybe they didn't want the house music to get big as it should be. You know, there's so many different ways you can go with where the culture could be today.
Right.
You know, but it's heading into the right direction, and I feel we can get better if we can just get along, especially in the house community, you know?
Right.
Especially in the house community.
Expound on the underground for me a little bit more.
Okay, the underground was created a lot to keep people from taking our music, making it into a $1 million franchise, or whatever you want, a multi-million-dollar franchise, with not including us in it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? All right?
Like the
you understand?
dance movies.
Yeah, like that, like they try to do with hip hop.
Right.
They try to take it, exploit
they take
it,
your stuff
make
and
the money off
exploit
it.
it. Okay.
Exactly. So that's what we didn't want to happen. We didn't want it to be taken, and there was a lot of drugs involved during that time in house music. If you see anybody now, they're always you hear the great stories how people are recovering from the drug addictions in alcohol in house music. You know, so we created those things as well to protect ourselves from the exploiters that came in to want to take our music, to take us, you know, to maybe take advantage of us in all different types of ways. You know what I'm saying? So we did this to protect ourselves. We didn't want to give it away. That's why we kept it.
Wow.
You know.
Wow.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's so many great stories I can tell about house music. You know, when Janet Jackson was doing Love Go, That's the Way Love Goes, that album, she was hanging out in New York City. If you see that video, a lot of my friends are in that, including Jennifer Lopez, who's in that video as well. And Jennifer Lopez, I didn't know her personally, but she used to hang out in a group right next to us, you know. But, you know, we just knew her as Jenny. So many great people came up with us, you know, from Savion Glover to Flex, actor Flex, and so many other people came out of our crew that we're proud at least that we got a few out.
Dope. Now, do you have any of this stuff, like your old videos and stuff on YouTube, or stuff where people can actually go back and see you guys around that
you can
time?
You can see a lot of that stuff on YouTube. Yes, you can. So many videos of New York City house dancers. You can look that video up. You can look if you can look my name up, some certain things will come up. A lot of these things that we did back in the day, you could not record. None of us had money to walk around with a camcorder, or there were no cell phones. So these moments have been lost unless you were actually set up with a video camera that was set up in a spot where you were recording a show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't have the luxury of cell phones to walk around and catch a video. You know? Yeah. So if you weren't there, you missed it.
Yeah.
All right? If you weren't there. It's not like today where you can record somebody, go home and steal Tony's style, or steal my dance steps, or do these things. It's not like that back then. You had to be taught. You know?
True.
It's a difference, you know. Yeah, DJ Basil, you know, one of the greatest, you know what I'm saying, house DJ, in my opinion. And he did a lot of New York City. He did Kilimanjaro. Disciple did the Choice in New York City. Louis Vega did the Fun House. He did Studio 54. He did so many Gothams in New York City. I mean, there's so many stories that I can tell you about the musicians that I've come across, and the dancers as well, and what we had to do to keep this music alive.
Wow. So what makes you keep doing it? What makes you keep doing it now? Like, at this point in your life, like, what makes Jay get up and do these videos? And
what's his drive?
Yeah, what drives you now to still do this?
I was one of those guys. Believe it or not, here's a little secret about me. I was one of those guys who thought house music was dead. That house music was never coming back. That house music was not even being played anymore. Okay? I was one of those guys. And then all of a sudden, about a few years ago, I started watching videos on YouTube and just became a member of social media and started, wait a minute, what is this? And I'm like, wow, it's still going. But the whole time, I never stopped dancing. I always kept dancing, even to the music that I didn't know was being played. You know, so I used to listen to a lot of the old Black Betty, the old It's You, Bang the Party, those type of the records that I did know, and I kept sharp. I kept dancing, and people, when I finally came back, the embracement that people gave me was just ecstatic. They were like, "Where you been? How you been? We've been waiting for you." It was like the coming of the next Messiah or something like that, where we had a voice now, where house music had a voice, and then I opened the doors for so many people to do their things. You know, a lot of these people that are doing their Facebook shows live, they're really good. You know, but it started off with Dan Shiver in New York City, right here in Jersey, and then it tapered off to me, and I brought it to a different light. And now you have Momo TV doing it. You have so many great. You have Nettie killing it out there with some of her videos. You got so many good people that actually, Alvin Davis in New York City, who actually capture the events and make you feel like you're there. And that's why I love doing what I do. See, I get invited to so many places.
I can imagine.
I get invited. Oh, come out, bring the Super Friends with you. Super Friends are a group is a dance group that I started that dancers are all over the world. They're not just here in Jersey. They're in New York City. They're in France. They're in Japan. They're in Austria. They're in London. The Super Friends are a worldwide group, and we stand everywhere. So we're not just here. And I have 100 soldiers out there who are ready to dance with me anytime I call them. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm the average Joe. You know, because I put my time in. You know,
Right.
people are going to show me that love. They say, Jay, I'm going to ride or die with you. Why? Because you put it down for us. You hold it down. You're the guy who shoots that video, who puts his own sacrifice to shoot the video to make sure you capture what's great, you know, out there, and show the true meaning of house music.
Right, and that's why I wanted people like you on the show, because you are people. You're a person that's like people that's in house music, that's in this community, that are behind the scenes, that may not be up on the stage as a DJ or as an artist or whatever, but you're still a part of the community, because without the dancers, without that energy, what would the DJ do?
Nothing.
Well, let me tell you something about that. I changed the game.
So
I changed.
You guys
I changed
matter.
that the minute I got to Jersey, because I was the first dancer to headline an event in Jersey. It was an SMB event over in, I believe in Irvington. I was the first dancer to headline an event in Jersey, along with singers. I forgot. It just forgets me who was performing that day. But I've been on stages like that. You know, I have been the first a dancer to headline an event in Jersey.
Right, and dancers are a part of the house music community. You guys are a part of the culture, a part of the experience.
You know, and now, ever since that happened, you get me opening doors for a lot of other dancers.
Right.
Do the same thing that I did.
Right. There's nothing wrong with putting it forward. Nothing wrong, but that's how we grow as a community. That's how we grow as a community.
The only way we can grow is to support each other, and I wish a lot of people would support each other more than what's going on.
And they
you know
will.
what I'm saying? If Tony's going to be in town, somebody should definitely reach out to Tony and say, "Can you play at my gig? You're going to be here." If Tony doesn't want to do it, he doesn't want to do it because I'm on vacation. But he should still have the courtesy of letting him play.
Right.
Even if it's to get on for a few minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Tony's going to get on for a minute. He came from Chicago. He came from down south to support you. Why can't you do that? You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing.
You know,
Tony is Newark. Tony is Jersey. You know, we just happen to live in the South, but he's Jersey, so it's not like he don't know the Jersey sound. It's not like he don't play like a Jersey DJ, because that's who he is, 40 plus years. But
let me tell you something. Yep. And Tony deserves to be on any stage. He deserves, because he's pulled and earned his stripes. He's pulled his weight. You know what I'm saying? He's done all of that. He's helped people, and you know, and not everybody's always going to be on the same page, but you can try to be on the same page.
Absolutely.
For the goodness of the culture of the music, and later on you discuss what the issues are. But a lot of people won't pick up that phone and discuss issues.
Right.
They'll be like, you know, they'll just hold that animosity and turn that into hate and turn that into talk and turn that into trash talking. You know. And
that's something that we don't do. That's something that we're not going to do.
But there are people who do that, and that's just ridiculous. Because that's not what house music is about.
Oh no,
and
not
if you're
at
about
all.
like that, then you should not be playing music if you're going to be like that. That's the universal language. It's love. It's all about love.
Absolutely, and that's what we're trying to spread. That's what we're trying to spread here at House Calls with TNT. Love.
And you guys are doing a great. Yes, absolutely. Let me tell you something. This show of yours is a phenomenal. It's a great avenue for people like myself,
right?
Who have actual house experience and actually been there and participated in in the culture. Not talking about. There's a difference between supporting and actually being involved in something. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're a dancer that's being watched, all eyes on me. A DJ that's being watched, all eyes on me. The spectator will watch. They're the all eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you're always being watched. I can't turn around without. If I start to dance, somebody's gonna put a camera in my face, catch me on the down low. Want to see Jay Perez in his majesty, or post something like that. You know.
Right.
And that's fine. But sometimes you can't get away from it, and you have to be humble because you're always on camera. You know.
Right. Yeah. Right.
You're always on camera. Somebody always wants to take a picture with me. I can't get away from that. They'll reach up behind me. They'll get real close and they'll snap a picture. Hey Jay, how are you? They'll snap the picture before I even know who it is. You know.
That's okay,
and again, this is the social. Yeah. This is the social media aspect of it.
Right.
All. You know what I'm saying? Of the house culture. So when they come to the house music events, they're like, Jay, I've seen some videos. I love what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. You know. and a lot of my videos are always mean something. So again, I'm always dancing for domestic violence. I'm always dancing for women's rights or for any type of cancer that people want to reach out to me and say, hey, Jay, can you dance for me? You know, it brings a smile on my face when people say, wow, you know, I watched your video. My mom's had cancer. She watched it with me. She smiled the whole time. I get that. You know what I'm saying? People love that. It's like, they love because I wear the pink to support it, you know?
Right. So your videos are on where? TikTok and...
They're on TikTok and Facebook as well. Okay. I choose these venues because they're more accessible to the people to actually want to reach out to me and say, "Hey Jay, I need to talk to you," or something like that. I give the people the opportunity to get in contact with me through Facebook and through TikTok.
Okay. All right. And it's both of them are under Jay Perez.
Yep, Jay Perez.
Okay.
So easy to find. Trust me. The minute you post, you'll know it's me. Trust me. You will absolutely know it's me.
Okay.
I separate myself very well.
All right. Well, Tony's already done snuck outside on me, Jay. All right.
Wait,
so
where has the time gone?
I know, right?
Sure, you guys can't stay. I mean, wait. I didn't even offer you coffee.
I know.
Stay right down the cup.
That's all
right.
Where
were my manners? Where were my manners,
okay.
baby? Listen,
see,
man.
that's what happens when you hang out with us. You have such a good time.
Oh man, it was just an honor to have Mrs. House Therapy and Tony Gray out here in Jersey with me.
Yes.
It felt so good, man. Just talking to you guys made me feel really, really good. And I hope the people out there understand that what Jay Perez does, what Tony Gray does, what Mrs. House Therapy does, is that we bring you 100% truth. We bring 100% truth, and that's what you want. That's exactly what you want.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Jay Perez.
Oh, thank you.
All right, Jay, I'm about to head out.
And I applaud you guys as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a great home, and thank you for visiting.
Thank you. Love you, Jay. We'll see you soon.
Love you more. Bye.
Bye. All right, guys, it's time for my positivity quote of the day. Positivity is a tool for well-being. So your thoughts, your beliefs, your words, your actions, and your habits equals life. Keep it positive.
Holla back, youngin'. Holla back. Holla back, youngin'. Holla back, holla back, holla back, holla back, holla back.
House heads, get ready. You're in the mix with DJ Tony Gray, bringing you the best in house music and club classics.
He takes me to a place it seems all I do is daydream. My fairy tales no longer gray. The color of love is in his face. My knight in shiny armor true. My symphony. I found my muse. Amazing joy I feel inside. The essence of him, it gets me high. And hailing him sends me to a place
This is a journey into sound. This is a journey into sound.